Hey, Bugman026 here with you. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me for a few minutes while we take a look at another one of these Fortnite action figures. I thought we would give Toxic Trooper a going over today. Now, Toxic Trooper is one of those figures that, if you're like me, you probably overlooked him a half a dozen times and thought, no, I'm not interested in this guy. But once I picked him up and got him out of the package, he is one of my favorite figures of the whole line. I really enjoy this guy. I'm not real sure why. He's just a really cool figure. To start out with, he looks more like a space trooper than a toxic trooper to me. And when I first got him out and started messing with him, I got to thinking, he really looks, with the helmet and everything, he kind of looks like he was in an Alien movie. When he was out on the little planet surface. He's got a really cool head. The helmet and the head here is really awesome. Got a neat little antenna going on there. A little receiver box on the side, and it goes back to this little collector looking thing on the back, and a couple of hoses that come around the front, probably a breathing apparatus. I think that is really cool. The head design and the shape of this guy really reminds me of maybe a 50s or a 60s television set, one of the small ones. This guy can go to work, and he can work all day. He get back home and put his feet up, and he can watch reruns of I Love Lucy on his face. That's pretty convenient, isn't it? I think that's pretty cool. Toxic Trooper does have the same neck joint under here that all the other figures have, but because of the bulkiness and the design of this head right here, he can't move his head up and down. The mechanism is still in there, but it really keeps him from looking up and down. He can do the left and the right and the straight forward. That's pretty much all you're going to get out of his head. But the rest of the body articulation is absolutely super. There's not a lot of problems with the articulation in this guy. Still not getting 90 degrees on the arm, but we're getting kind of used to that. That's really the only issue with articulation he has whatsoever. He's got some really cool designs and color apps on his arm here. Got a couple of patches on his arm, a little chevron on his forearm. Now that's on both sides, but the patch is only on the one. He's got this really cool metallic color all over. Up here it's got like an aqua color, and down below it's got this metallic gray silver. And I think that the paint apps on this guy are a lot cooler on the back side of him than they are on the front. I really dig this gold pinstriping. That is awesome. Kind of wish that they could have figured out a way to put that pinstriping on the front of him, but once you get him turned around and look, there's not a lot of places. Maybe down his arms you could have done something, but that would have kind of maybe looked awkward from the front. Still, he's got a really killer paint job. He shares a lot of body parts with Dark Voyager that came packed in the birthday llama loot pinata. As a matter of fact, from the waist down, all of his lower body is the same as Dark Voyager. A lot of the same cues up top, but quite a bit different in the overall body. So really neat use of, or reuse I should say, of parts. Really cool guy. Now his articulation in his feet, you would think these big bulky feet that he would have some articulation problems. I actually think that he has the best articulating feet in the line so far. He has no trouble at all with his feet. Again, very good articulation on this figure. He's a really cool figure to have. Again, the color really jumps out looking at it, with your naked eye. It's really got a nice metallic sheen to it, and it's really nice and bright. His whooping stick is the auto cleave. There is his harvesting tool. A great big hammer drill. Looks like he could chip a tooth or two with that. Put that in your face and go to town digging, and you might strike gold. He's got a nice little handle on the back side there where you squeeze down and everything starts working. I will say on this tool, the handle just seems a little bit weaker than all the others. This one it seems like the plastic is just a little bit softer. So you might want to keep an eye on that. Make sure when you go to stick it in his hand that you're not putting a lot of pressure on that. I'm not sure how much stress this guy could take if you bend it and put it in both hands. But he holds it okay. Looks pretty good doing it. And there is Toxic Trooper, guys. Really cool figure. He's a better figure than I thought he was. Don't short sell him. If you haven't picked him up, go grab him. I think you'll really enjoy him. You'll really like him. He would make a really good army builder, or he would make a good individual guy. He's, generic enough to army build, but he's also individual enough that he could be his own character. So I think he's got a lot of uses. Only your imagination is going to put an end to what this guy can do. So there he is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Enjoy your Fortnite action figures. I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.